by your own people is the coldest way to go out in the streets.
Wow. Coldest way to go out in the street. What's up? It's your boy Stevie83 and we're back with another react. You know what I'm saying? Today I'm back with the boot up. You feel me? Rappers who got backdoored. Let's get it. Let's go. These people crazy.
Quando Rondo left the Crips after rumors his own Rolling 60 set him up. Bloodhound Lil Jeff got robbed by his own homies and made them pay the consequence. Nas EBK got invited to a party and walked straight into a back door.
EBK.
Lil Scoom told his mom something felt off right before he was gunned down leaving a girl's crib.
Damn.
These weren't random hits. These were inside jobs.
Inside.
This is drill rappers that got backdoored. Lil Jeff had one of the fastest rises and darkest falls. What started with a strong alliance quickly turned into one of the most shocking backdoors in recent drill history.
Now this boy got shot 19 times. He got hit 19 times. They stood over him and put multiple in. Like, let me know if you guys have ever got shot in the comments. If you ever been hit up in the comments, let me know. I'm curious.
Jeff had close ties with BKN, also known as
once in the
Nitty Block.
knee, once in the
Their
side.
members were connected to Jungle, a set on the west side of Chicago, and Jeff could be seen chilling with them, hanging out on their block, and even showing love on social media. There's a clip of him in the Jungle posted up like he's one of their own. Everything changed when two BKN members, Monty and Lil Rob, pulled what the streets now call one of the most disrespectful robberies in Chicago drill history. He was in the lobby of an apartment building with Monty and Rob when they asked to see his chain. Not expecting anything shady, Jeff handed it over. But in a flash, they ran off.
Throw back to when Bloodhound Lil Jeff clears the air about Monty robbing him for his jewelry.
I've been saying this announcement. On my dead grandmother's head, if I'm lying, I'm down. God could come pull me out this car right now. I never took a dollar from nothing. Said, let me take a picture, this, that, and that. I look up, the taking off down the stairs with 5 more extra. I'm like, damn, I thought it was gangster. The whole time I'm right there still working with him. I'm telling them, we can keep this
I gotta
be gangster, and I respect it's gonna be what it's gonna be. To keep this gangster. One gangster, now look, sad.
I got mercy and money all
roses and teddy bears.
Do you think this was a valid
He said I gotta buy roses and teddy bears.
reason for Lil Jeff to crash out?
Just days after the robbery, Monty appeared in a BKN vlog posted by Word from the Trenches. In the middle of the video, Monty FaceTimes Jeff, laughing and showing off the very watch they stole, while flexing on camera. Jeff, on the other end of the line, was clearly heated, trying to get their location.
Like I said, shout out Baby Drill, my big cousin Cho, 2 Feet Bino, shit, really the whole 4L gang. Like I fuck with the whole 4L. Shout out Young Nudie, and my cousin too, all my folk down there in the 8. It's going on for real.
You ain't got nobody in mind like you gotta fuck with like industry-wise type shit.
Really, like, I ain't gonna lie, twin. Like,
good, man. We got JL, man.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I ain't gonna lie.
Put that J in there.
Look, only artist I really wanna f with right now probably Big 30. Goddamn.
How much that is on y'all wrist right there, man?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
On January 26, 2024, just 6 days after that FaceTime video dropped, Monty and Lil Rob were spotted walking near Innovations High School in downtown Chicago during their lunch break. It was around 12:30 p.m. and the streets were packed. Suddenly, 2 cars pulled up. Shooters wearing masks hopped out and opened fire. Monty and Rob were hit and dropped instantly. 3 weeks after the hit, Lil Jeff released his biggest song yet.
They did what they did, and they had to pay the
he confessed the hit on the song. He rapped. They did what they did, so they had to pay the consequence.
You know that.
This was a hint to the chain and watch robbery and Monty and Lil Rob having to pay the consequence. It hard when he rapped, we hopped out with 4 poles and 2 got hit. Clear as day. 2 shooters, 2 victims.
2 guns.
And the most self-incriminating part of the song was the line when Lil Jeff said, when I speak, it's only facts. He was screaming, when he got hit. This was reference to the viral video of Monty laying on the floor when he got hit screaming. Not long after the double hit of Monty and Lil Rob, Lil Jeff went on another drill, where he pulled up to Trap City member's hood and swung his door and saw Trap City Glenn. Trap City Glenn in the yellow shorts ran in the house for cover. Lil Jeff chased him up the porch, but as soon as he walked up, Trap City Rob blicked him, and Lil Jeff's reign in the streets was over. The feds finally made their move. Because Lil Jeff was gone, authorities arrested Bloodhound T Slick for the hit on Monty and Lil Rob. Due to Lil Jeff's death, he avoided charges in this murder. However, it is widely believed he would have been charged alongside Slick had he still been alive. Nas EBK came up in the Bronx and was originally associated with several major sets in the city.
That's the problem. You cannot be associated with several major cliques. You have to be militant in this shit. This streets ain't playing, bro. You don't get to hit reset like you do on the game. You feel me? Your shit is not even gonna be publicized unless you're a drill rapper or even, you know what I mean? You gotta be active in these streets for people to even be talking about you. Like, the internet's so bogus. If you're not drilling and illing, you're not gonna be famous. That's just what it is.
Before becoming widely known as a member of DOA, Nas was heavily affiliated with members
gotta
of
poke
OGs
somebody on a daily
including
basis.
PJ Goon, Shaw EK, and PJ Glizzy. He used to chill regularly on their block and was trapping. He was selling wedding cake runts and other packs on the block, often at odd hours of the night. The relationship seemed tight enough that Nas likely saw the OGs as allies, or at least people he could trust in the streets.
He thought
Everything
wrong.
changed
The
when
old
PJ
boys
Glizzy
are the ones
allegedly
sitting the
decided
young
it was
boys
time
up.
to cross
They get
Nas.
the young boys to do it. The
After
YNs.
months of pretending to be cool with him and building a fake relationship, PJ set him up. Nas was invited to what he thought was a regular party. He was told to link up and wait upstairs until the lift arrived to take them to the party. But once Nas got to the location, things quickly turned left. Two other goons showed up with PJ, and they jumped Nas in the hallway. Nas tried to escape, running downstairs and knocking on the door of someone he thought could help him. But he ended up knocking on the wrong apartment, and PJ and his guys caught him, robbing him on the spot. They took a pound of wedding cake, worth about $2,000, and tried to take more. Nas later stated that if he had been carrying what he usually carried that day, the outcome might have been very different.
He'd have been
He implied he was
down
caught
15.
off guard, trusting the wrong people at the wrong time. After the
Can't
robbery,
trust nobody.
Nas completely distanced himself from the OGs and began fully repping the Sev side. PJ Glizzy, instead of denying the accusations, went live on Instagram and fully admitted to robbing Nas EBK.
I robbed you, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I robbed you, gang. You ain't do about it. And I'm in a Rose right now. You still ain't do nothing about it. I'm in the same place that you could catch me every day. In the Rose. Nas EBK. You're a bum. Stop mentioning me, bro. Nah, no funny shit, bro. You gonna get me mad, bro. Like, you DOA, I'm DOAK. Like, that game split back to back to back. Leave me alone.
Nas EBK said he had much more on him that day, including over $100,000 in a credit card in his book bag that needed a PIN to access. PJ and his crew didn't know how to use them, so they only got the pound. Nas EBK clowned PJ for robbing a pound from him, saying he made the money back in 2 days. Nas EBK said the whole robbery was the result of years of building a relationship just to get close enough to rob him.
Wow.
And then on top of that, blind me for a pound. What's a pound? A pound of wedding cake. That's you're pretty broke, bro. A wedding cake. That's all they got from me. A pound of wedding cake. Congrats. That's $2,000. Oh my God.
I shit on that. I've been
Got
shitting
right
on
back
that every
in
day.
2 days. And your own man's gonna vouch for that. CJ Goon watched me get the 2 bands back in 2 days. Literally trapping. Easy. Come on now. Yeah, had to do the most to get 2 bands. That niggas took 6 months of building up. Not even 6 months. Years.
Oh
Fuck
my
that.
God.
Years of building a relationship with me to get to me. So y'all can rob me for $2,000. Alright, bro.
Nas called it one of the biggest betrayals ever.
That's crazy.
Especially because of how long they
These
waited.
young boys
and how
out here
close they
broke
pretended to
and
be just to
thirsty.
snake him.
They're not
Nas
hungry because
EBK
they be
left
out
the
getting
OGs.
money. They thirsty
He moved
for
towards
clout.
Side and began repping DOA. He started publicly dissing his former affiliates and focusing his energy on his new camp.
I'm gonna give
In
this
his track,
channel
I
2
Be
more
Mad Too,
years.
He rapped,
If this
"Yeah,
shit ain't got
there's a couple
me
bands, but who the f you think he is?
100K plaque in 2-3 more
Hinting
years,
at the incident,
I'm done,
mentioning
bro.
the money PJ
I
Glizzy
need to
robbed from
go.
him and that it wasn't much money. After Nas EBK opened up about being backdoored by PJ Glizzy and others, everybody started giving the opinion, with fans showing support and frustration over the betrayal. One viewer summed it up clearly. I believe
crazy.
him 100% because it's the same way Blockwork explains why he fell out with them too. Backdooring is not cool and will never be.
What?
Another comment gave Nas credit for being transparent.
Backdooring's not cool and it never will be, but what they're not understanding is backdooring is lucrative. If you got somebody that's got 20 on their head, 30 on their head, sometimes more. Folio had 50 on his top one time before. And some people gonna come try to get that money? You know what I mean? They want that money.
This
and
dude
they'll go
kept it
through
a
whoever
being,
they got to
respected.
get it.
Others took it as a bigger lesson about trust.
Broke and
Your closest
hungry.
friends be your biggest competitors for real, for real. Exactly why I moved Dolo. And some even quoted lyrics that hit harder
Well,
now.
I don't move Dolo.
Dirk said it best.
I can't say that.
Watch who you call your homie. These comments reflect the overall
I moved with
feelings of
me
fans.
and Nina
Nas
4/5.
wasn't just robbed. He was betrayed by people he trusted, and the streets took notice. Memo 600 came up from the trenches of 60th and King Drive on Chicago's South Side. Originally a member of the
South Side.
600 set in 2019.
Okay, out of Chicago.
Nemo officially
Which
got
side
signed
goes
to
the
Lil
hardest?
Durk's OTF,
North,
with
west,
cosigns from
east, or
D-Fang
south? Which
and
one
King
goes the
Von,
hardest?
two figures who
For
played
me in
major
Baltimore,
roles
the
in
west and
label's
the
growth.
east go the hardest of
When
everybody
Memo
in
dropped the
Baltimore.
remix
The
to
west and the
Exposing Me
east.
with King Von, his buzz
The east probably
exploded,
go more
and fans
harder than
believed he
all
was
of
next
them.
up
For
for
real, I ain't
OTF.
gonna front.
Everything
I'm for over
changed
the
after
west,
King Von's
but
death
the
in
east
November
really be
2020.
good.
Von had always shown love to Memo and helped guide him through the industry. Memo credits Von with putting him on game, even saying Von helped him buy his first house and tried to pay for his grill. But once Von was gone, so was that protection. When D-Thong was gunned down months later, Memo's second major connection inside OTF vanished too. The thing is, King Von and D-Thong were the only guys in OTF
They're
that
killing
really
me with
messed
the
with Memo.
thong shit.
Once they were gone, so was his protection, and things started to fall apart. Memo openly expressed feeling unsupported.
I mean, do you want to address why, you parted ways with OTF, though?
Yeah, I had to do my own thing. I feel like I wasn't supportive enough, like 100%.
What?
I'm too hot. I got Uzi features. It's a lot of game that supposed to have been way more than what it was that was swept under the rug and hidden. You feel me?
That's what happens
I really
in the
came
industry,
up on
bro.
steppers, bro.
You gotta
on my
be
own, like,
watching your own shit.
Bro, them just push me. Respect to them for pushing me, but that support wasn't that, gang. I feel like it wasn't that.
The support from who?
The label I was with OTF.
According to many fans on Reddit, Memo was sneak dissing Lil Durk behind closed doors. A fan said this.
You can't
He's
do that,
also sneak
especially to
dissed
the
and said
owner
some
of
things
the
about
fucking
Durk a few different times in the last
corporation.
couple years. I think Durk just separates himself from Memo because of his antics and all the clubhouse yapping. This made Lil Durk fall out with Memo, and many other OTF members picked Durk's side. The disrespect reached a new level when Memo's
Anybody gonna
OTF
pick Durk's
chain
side?
with 600
He was
boys forever
friends with the
got
man.
snatched not once, but
Bomb.
twice. The first time, it was ops like TTB Nez posting videos flaunting the chain.
We ain't giving that bitch back. We ain't giving that bitch back. We cannot get that bitch back. That bitch going up. That bitch going right in the books. Bro, you gonna put that bitch.
The second time, it wasn't the opposition. It was his own people. Chef Bezu, a well-respected affiliate of OTF, allegedly took Memo chain, and no one inside the camp stepped in to stop it. This was the definition of backdoor, and it proved Memo was no longer safe within his own circle. On Live, Zoo taunted Memo directly, telling Memo to come get the chain in person, and told him to stop talking on the internet and that he wasn't really 600.
You got 10s in there, bro.
Oh, that's what you mad about? Yeah, that was for you, Memo. You know what's going on. You ran on Kyle. I'll leak the footage. Stop playing with me on this internet, nigga.
Wonder how many people done got sent up top.
Tell Memo bring his bitch ass
out of
because he want to get on the
internet
internet and put the internet in the streets business, nigga. This ain't got nothing to do with your block. You ain't from 600, clown. You ain't from 60, nigga.
Meanwhile, Memo tried to
You ain't
deny
from
it on
there, you
Twitter,
ain't from
saying he
there.
still had his chain. In the tweet, he said, "On Steve, I don't know them fan ass. I got all my jewelry on right now. Wasn't me, Vic." In Lil Durk's new song snippet, he raps,
"Wasn't me,
I
Vic.
cut off Timo for a real reason. I ain't do that on purpose. I cut off Memo for the same reason. He ain't serve his purpose." This shows how Dirk and OTF feel about Memo. Memo later tweeted he was no longer OTF.
What does Steve drive? Like, is that a famous street in Chicago? Let me know in the comments below.
His name began to circulate heavily in 2024, not just for his music, but
and how
also
old
for
Lil
his ties with
Scoom was
Bloodhound
when he
Lil
got
Jeff.
passed away?
On July 7th, 2024, everything changed. Scoom was fatally gunned down at the intersection of East 89th Street and Langley Avenue in Chicago.
Wow.
This incident sparked immediate backlash, rumors, and speculation that he had been set up by those closest to him. What made Scoom's case so suspicious was the timing and location of the shooting.
It probably
Reports
was.
confirmed that Scoom had just left his girl Journey's house and Nene Brooks after getting his hair done. Nene was no stranger to drama in Chicago. Her name had already been tied to multiple incidents, and she was rumored to have relationships with other gang affiliates.
Nah.
After Scoom left her house, his girlfriend suspiciously was stalling, not letting Scoom in the house. He was hit twice in the chest and later died at the University of Chicago hospital. According to Lil Scoom's mom, he was already expecting something to happen to him when she tweeted, "Hi everyone, I'm Mama Scoom. All the laughs and jokes I accept because me and my baby had talks about this. He wasn't afraid, but one thing for sure, my baby called before he left saying he ain't feel right. I love you, son, forever and after this life."
Bro.
What raised eyebrows
You
even further
gotta
was
go
the
with
company.
your first mind in these streets, bro. You gotta go with your first mind. If your first mind's telling you something's about to happen, something's about to happen. Keep your head on a swivel, on the pivot, bro. You got to. I got 43 out here. I'm about to be 43. I got out here that long, and I was growing up raw too. I was growing up ruthless too. Wasn't nothing I wouldn't do. Wasn't nothing I wouldn't shoot. You know what I mean?
Scoom had been keeping in the months before his death. Word on
Them
the streets
videos, I
was
shoot them videos
Scoom had
all
recently
day
gotten close
long.
with Bloodhound Lil Jeff. Some speculated that Scoom was the one who dropped the location on Monty and Lil Rob, two rivals who were gunned down earlier that year, which could be the reason why he didn't feel right. He admitted he dropped out of school shortly after Monty and Rob were hit, saying he couldn't go back after that.
Oh, did you finish high school?
I dropped out.
Okay, what year?
This year.
Oh, you just dropped out. You supposed to be in school right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to graduate. I was just locked up. I ain't even go to prom.
Okay.
Damn, life lesson, man. Get your ass to prom.
I want to go. I ain't gonna say like I won't go to school, graduate and shit.
Hell yeah,
I wanted
prom.
that shit.
Can't.
So you just dropped out this year? Was this year your senior year?
Yeah. That's dumb as hell. I dropped out my senior year. I know for everybody be telling when I tell them, they be like, "Dang, dumb as we should finish out." You knew what I knew. Shit get real.
Huh?
He just
so
told
basically,
you
you was
right
in a
there.
situation like you couldn't go back to school.
Hell no, 2 niggas died.
Okay, cool. Right.
So they killed 2 kids for my school.
So you went to that school?
Yeah.
The 2 kids that got killed. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh man, what?
That moment made many believe that his mental state and safety had been compromised long before the night of the shooting. Online rumors also pointed at Nene Brooks being part of the back door. She allegedly fled the city after Scoom's murder, and misinformation flooded social media, falsely claiming she and her family were killed when she tweeted, "They killed my auntie." Then she tweeted, "Watch who low I drop now." She was talking crazy. One person who added fuel to the fire was Bango KD. He went live talking about being with Nene Brooks and Lil Scoom's girlfriend Journey just hours before Scoom was killed. That, combined with reports that Scoom was shot just after getting his hair done at Journey's place.
Listen, man, listen. Us older guys been telling y'all younger boys, y'all YNs, y'all youngsters, y'all youngins, y'all jits, y'all hoppers. They call them hoppers out where I'm from. Y'all hoppers. Y'all don't understand how real it is, man. Y'all don't understand that the backdooring is real. Like,
combined with reports that Scoom was shot just after getting his hair done at Journey's place, made many believe it was a clean backdoor play.
Right.
On top of that, there were reports that another teen named Lil Will was with Scoom that night. Lil Will was shot too, found inside an Uber and taken to the hospital. He survived, but details of what he told police have not been made public.
Wow.
What makes this crazier is that according to fans on Reddit, the suspect was able to gun down Lil Scoom shoot Lil Wolf, have a shootout with cops, and escape on feet without any arrests being made, showing how laid back the Chicago Police Department is.
See what I mean?
What's worse is that
See what
many
I mean?
believe Scoom was already a marked man. Some said his name was being brought up too often after the Monty and Rob situation.
Yeah.
If he did give up the drop on them, it was only a matter of time before someone got revenge.
That's
Quando
crazy.
Rondo is affiliated with the Rollin 60s neighborhood Crips, and his association with his own gang came with fatal consequences. The beef between Quando Rondo and Lil Durk can be traced back to the November 2020 altercation that resulted in the death of King Von.
Dang, look at him holding on to
Durk.
him. He can't
King
even
Von
get
was
up.
fatally shot outside an Atlanta nightclub while giving Quando Rondo the hands. This incident caused war between the two crews. On August 19,
I don't know why you don't
2022,
fight
in
more.
Los
It would be
Angeles,
way better
a
online.
violent episode unfolded that would have lasting repercussions. Quando Rondo and his cousin, Lul Pab, were ambushed at a gas station near the Beverly Center. 3 assailants opened fire on their black Cadillac Escalade,
Man,
resulting
that
in
shit
the death
wasn't
of Lul
BP?
Pab. Quando Rondo,
That shit wasn't a
though
BP?
physically unharmed, was visibly distraught at the scene. In the aftermath, rumors swirled regarding the involvement of rapper Brick Baby in orchestrating the attack.
Come on,
Brick
bro.
Baby, also affiliated with the Rollin 60s neighborhood Crips, was alleged to have provided information about Quando Rondo's whereabouts to
Brick
Lil
gotta
Durk's
be
camp.
damn near my age.
In Lil Durk's case, document co-conspirator 4 gave the location on Quando Rondo's whereabouts. Many people believe Brick Baby was co-conspirator 4.
Lil Durk and 5 co-conspirators have been arrested for murder for hire. In the situation where Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pab got
Look at his
killed
dirty ass hat.
in LA. When you go through the paperwork, it says that the location where Quando Rondo and his crew were staying in LA was provided by co-conspirator 4. And right when it happened, a whole bunch of people started to say Brick Baby is co-conspirator 4. In fact, I had Whack 100 on my show, and I think he was trying to imply the same thing.
So they said that I, or co-conspirator number 4, is I'm the one that provided the location to
Lil Durk, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nah. You know what I mean? Like, I know it looks... I wouldn't be right here doing all this first and foremost if I was co-conspirator.
Big U, the big homie of the Rollin 60s.
Now listen, what a lot of people don't know is the feds will arrest you, but the feds will also PR you back out on your own shit. You know what I mean? The feds, I've seen them do it many a time. People come into the jailhouse, and the feds let them right back out till they get indicted and go to court. I've seen it happen, man. So he could have already been arrested for it and back out on it on a PR bond from the feds.
Has long advocated for the check-in practice, wherein visiting artists coordinate with him for protection. Quando Rondo's failure to check in was met with criticism from Big U. Federal investigations later revealed connections between Big U's check-in policies and the fatal incident involving Lil Pab, suggesting the back door was made from his own gang on the West Coast.
That's crazy.
These events
bro.
prompted Quando
That's
Rondo
crazy.
to publicly renounce his gang ties. In a heartfelt declaration, he expressed the lack of loyalty within the gang culture and announced his decision to lay down his flag, signaling his departure from the Rollin
That's
60s.
crazy.
Many fans expressed empathy
Lay
and support for
fucking
him,
flag
especially
down
in light
ever.
of him trying to change and move away from gang life. One comment read, "I be low-key feeling bad for homie," showing that even those who might not always agree with Quando's past decisions
He got a
still
whole
see the
eighth in
pain
that
he's
blunt.
going through. Another viewer took a more spiritual approach, stating, "Quando blessed with wisdom and divine guidance," implying that his decision
Yeah.
to step away from street life was not only wise, but possibly part of a bigger journey. Some fans criticize the industry as a
God
whole,
call you
confused
sometimes.
as to why
God tell you
Quando
get out.
received so much backlash despite trying to evolve.
Hope you listen.
One person wrote, "I don't understand why the industry mad at Quando. It's crazy. I support Buddy. You
That's
like
gonna
this
do it
video,
for me,
click
guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Turn and post notifications on so you never miss an upload. We out. Peace.